We're going to something a little noisier and a little more exciting.
That's correct. That's the offshore powerboat races, and this is the first year that we've had them here in the community. And I know they're going to be impressed with Tawas Bay, and we certainly look forward to having them come back next year.
Those are going to be some big boats that are out here too, and they're fast. Let's take a look.
The now annual Heritage Coast Grand Prix is 4 fun-filled, family-oriented days of activities on Michigan's Sunrise Coast.
We've got a beautiful day here on Lake Huron. I'm sitting here with Ed Peters at the Cabana Cove Resort, and we are getting ready for the start of a brand new race here in Tawas, a powerboat race. Why don't you tell me a little bit about it, Ed?
They put it together in about 6 weeks. They were looking for another venue, and we have a gentleman up here that's starting to get into the powerboat racing, and he put it all together.
Okay, now these are some pretty big, pretty fast boats. They're not the little hydroplane type boats.
No.
These are the big ones, right?
Yeah. There's different classes. There's 7 different classes.
Had a chance to talk to a couple of them, and they were telling us that they have to watch their speeds out there because if they go over that, they can be disqualified.
They break out.
Now, how big's the track or area that they're going to be boating?
They downsized it this morning. It was about 7.5 miles. They downsized it to 6 something, and actually they want it a little smaller next year.
In the future, you know, you're going to be seeing this boat race today, but in the future you want to come up and view it for yourself. Remember that it's going to be going on for the next few years. Great place to come up to. If you haven't been to Tawas already, this is a beautiful area to come into. Right across the way, we've got the point going out, the state park, the lighthouse, and just a lot of things for folks to do when they come up here. Great places to stay, restaurants. But right now, we're going to get ready for the race.
The Offshore Powerboat Association is a national organization that's responsible for this race and had this to say about the Tawases. Transport yourself to an idyllic small town complete with sandy beaches, a protected bay, multiple gorgeous campgrounds, and plenty of local shops and motels intent on serving up a healthy portion of relaxation and fun. If you want a new place to experience homegrown hospitality on a beautiful gem of a crystal blue bay, look no further. Last year, over 12,000 people helped kick off this inaugural Heritage Coast Grand Prix. The picturesque downtown area rose to the occasion and provided fun and refreshments for all the fans, lots of whom didn't know anything about racing.
We're just out watching the boat races, and you've probably seen this one going by a few times. I'm with Ed and Sean Smith, and they are the owners, drivers, and throttle man of this boat right here. Beautiful boat you got out there. How did you do in the race today?
Well, actually, if you look at the back of the truck, we have a checker flag there, so we won today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, very good. Now, a lot of boats going around. I actually had thought you'd fallen behind, but you must have been up lapping some of these?
Well, what happens is they'll run, we had 4 different classes of boats out on the course at the same time.
Okay.
So you have to look at the numbers that's on the forward part of the boat, and the first letter is class 1, which we are, boat number 29. So all the boats that had a 1 on it, that's who we were racing.
Okay, so there's other boats out there, but
right.
You're not actually in the race with them. But they must be churning up the water in front of you.
Oh, they do. Yes, they do.
And that makes it probably pretty rough.
It gets kind of touchy in the corners when you got somebody coming up that's faster than you are. Like the Cat-Can-Do boat today was running, what, 140, 150 today? And Sean was looking out of the window and says, Dad, here he comes, and all of a sudden it's just like a fly swatter hitting a fly, bam, and away they go by us.
Oh, man. Well, tell me the difference. Why do we have 2 people up there, and what are your jobs?
Well, my dad drives the boat, so he navigates the course, makes sure we're going the right direction, obviously make sure we're not going to hit anybody else. And then my job is to apply the power that we need for the situations that we're in, as far as the turns, the straightaways, if it's rough, if it's calm. Keep an eye on the motors and keep the attitude of the boat in check. But you really have to work together to get around the course and get through a whole race and make things click.
When you come to Tawas, check out the boats, meet the drivers, and experience the thrill of the races.